Derrik Jordan is now going to speak about the legislation being pushed by Telecom to eliminate the public process and state jurisdiction, and how Vermont is fast-tracking 5G without regard for radiation exposure and what we can do about it.
All right. Thank you. And my name is Derrik Jordan. I'm proud to be a member of EMF Safety for Vermont with these wonderful people. Thank you so much for coming today. I feel like we are all speaking to the choir, preaching to the choir, as it were. I wish we had more legislators here today, but we have a lot of concerned Vermonters here, and that's really important that we can make our statement, that it can be recorded, and then hopefully the legislators will get around to seeing it later. Anyway, so not only am I a member of this great group, which just started a few months ago, I'm also a member of the Nuclear Decommissioning Citizens Advisory Panel, which is also called NDCAP. And that is looking into all the issues surrounding the decommissioning of Vermont Yankee. And I've been doing that for the last 4 years, appointed by the state, and we report back to them on all the issues we find out. So for me to take on this issue, it's another radiation issue. It's an easy kind of extension of what I do. But I have to say, I'm not a scientist, not at all. I'm a musician, I'm a composer. My music has been performed by the Vermont Symphony. I actually host and produce a public access TV show and podcast, a music show called The World Fusion Show, which is now, amazingly, in 88 stations around the country in 23 states. It really took off, so it's been really exciting to do that. But I have to admit that when I first heard about this issue, I was a skeptic. I didn't think I was EMF sensitive. I was really surprised, but as I started to learn about it, I was floored by what I was finding out. And I just was so surprised at the huge amount of evidence and studies that have been done over that time. So, interestingly enough, I have type 2 diabetes. And I heard that wireless and this technology could cause diabetes in people, is one of the symptoms. But I had no diabetes in my family. I was not at risk for diabetes. I had a good lifestyle, diet, exercise, all that stuff. But, so I thought, okay, I don't know what's going on. I went back and checked back on my blood tests, right? Because I wanted to see if there might be a correlation. And I found out that at the time we got wireless in my house a few years ago is when my blood sugar rose very fast and very suddenly within 6 months to a very high level, to where I had to start taking insulin. Okay? Good news is that I'm doing really well. Don't worry, my blood sugar is way down now from all this stuff, working with good people. But while we can't make, it's not proof, right, of what happened to me, certainly is an interesting coincidence. So it's something that I was concerned about. We do not accept the rules made by the FCC that do not allow public consent and participation in the siting of 5G cell towers. We feel that this is a clear violation of free speech, and they do not have the right to tell us what we can or cannot say, or how we can or cannot participate in the issues around our health. It's undemocratic. It's undemocratic for the telecom industry to have free reign in siting these cell towers in our front yards sometimes, without even asking our permission, especially for a technology that has been proven in thousands of peer-reviewed studies to be biologically harmful. That is unacceptable. So we need to stop this. We really need to step up and stop this. Thank God Vermont is a small state, and we can have, hopefully, some influence on our legislators looking at a bill. Unfortunately, they very much are believing the telecom industry hype that 5G isn't coming here. And some people have said already, problem is that once, and Annette mentioned this, once these cell towers are put up, calling them 4G, or whatever they call them, right? They can be upgraded wirelessly, their software can be upgraded to 5G without any permission, without any notification, and that's it, folks. Once this technology, once these cell towers are in place, and the infrastructure is set up, I'm afraid it's game over, okay, for us. That's probably not going to happen where I live, on a back road in East Dummerston, Vermont, right? Well, because it's just too much trouble. We want fiber optics, and we want to see that happen, and we suggest that as the solution. But for cities and what's happening all over, I just got a picture Donald sent us this morning of Boston. My son and my daughter live in Boston, okay? Now, what the picture was an old growth tree, God, it was easily that big, cut to the ground. It looked like Calm Ave or something.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, just
Yeah.
old growth trees.
Yeah, and why? Because they need line of sight, right, in order to make this work. They've got to be able to beam without any interference, right? So this is happening all over. I've seen pictures on the internet, probably some of you have too, of all these cities in Europe where these old growth trees are getting cut down on these old avenues, right? Same thing. It's happening without public participation, consent, permission. There was even a great little video from Woodbury, Long Island, Woodbury, New York, of all these suburban moms who were pissed. They were out doing a protest. There's like 12 of them out there because Verizon, in this case, had erected these cell towers in their front yards. Yeah, in their front yards, without asking permission, without anything. And they were ripped about this, right? So, I mean, I'm afraid this is what's coming, and this is legal under the rules that are currently being promoted and upheld by the FCC. We have to push back. Lots of people are doing that. Okay, now, I want to just say something. We are lucky to have our neighboring state, New Hampshire, is actually ahead of Vermont on this issue. They passed a bill in the New Hampshire House committee, and it's gone and it's passed in the House floor. It's now going to the Senate. But let me just give you a couple of quotes from that bill, which I think are great. Quote, why have thousands of peer-reviewed studies, including the recently published U.S. toxicology program, 16-year, $30 million study that are showing a wide range of statistically significant DNA damage, brain and heart tumors, infertility, and so many other elements. Why are they being ignored by the Federal Communications Commission? Good question, right? Second quote, why have more than 200 of the world's leading scientists signed an appeal to the World Health Organization and the United Nations to protect public health from wireless radiation, and nothing has been done? Well, I think we all know the answer. Money. The industry stands to make trillions of dollars on the deployment of 5G. And I have to remind you, deployment is a military term.
Yeah.
It's a military
That's
term.
what I would say.
There is definitely military issues around this wave technology. In fact, military have used it for crowd dispersal. Okay? That's where it's been used already. Okay. I'm not going to go on because I want to give you guys a chance to speak. It's really important that we all get to hear each other, share our stories. Okay, it's so important. So we really advocate fiber as a solution. They call fiber to the premises because it's more reliable, it's more stable. There's no radiation, there are no ugly cell towers. Okay, in the way. I really hope that we can keep Vermont beautiful and a healthy place to live and to raise our children.